What's up, Cowboys Nation? Welcome into a Tote That Thang Tuesday
Yes,
on the DLLS Cowboys podcast, as well as we are getting exactly what we were hoping with some of the guys, including the newest addition. And are we a little too high on an 0-1 football team? Huh? It's the DLLS Cowboys podcast, and it starts meow. Welcome into today's DLLS Cowboys podcast, where we have all the things with your Cowboys to talk about. And we're moving forward, you know?
Kind of.
The midnight rule, you know? We played the Eagles. That was a long time. We're kind of moving forward. Kind of.
Do we let stuff go around here?
Kind of, sort of moving forward.
Not with the Eagles.
We don't let Derrick Henry go.
With the Eagles.
Well, he's just going to fumble the game away anyway.
We don't let the 90s go.
Which, by the way, won me my
go.
fantasy game. So thank you, Derrick Henry.
Jerry doesn't let stuff go.
We ain't letting stuff go.
We let stuff go. We're onward to the New York Giants. That's where we are. Okay?
We ain't letting that 77-yard catch go.
77 yard. You're not.
He's not.
I wouldn't let it go either.
But that's an iconic moment.
It's a big dub.
I mean, we don't let things go.
Hello, everyone. My name is Jeff. I am seated next to former Cowboy wide receiver Jesse Holly.
Oh, Jesse Holly went 77 yards. It must be a reality show.
Shout out to Dan Myers for being the first one in the chat today and the first one with a super chat today. Dan is on it. Dan is on it today.
But you just scream his name out.
Next to Jesse is the greatest beat writer in the history of the Cowboys and a man with no filter. But at the age of 60, you can get away with that. The great Clarence Hill.
Clarence Hill is a psychopath.
Thank you, David Hellman. Next to Clarence is the
KJ,
second.
you laughing too loud, man. You're laughing too loud.
Next to Clarence is the second greatest beat writer in the history of the Cowboys, Mr. Ali Jawad.
Prince Ali, handsome as he.
Dan is in the super chat. By the way, I'm dedicating today's performance on this broadcast to Colonel Sanders, who once said, "I'm too drunk to taste this chicken."
Did he?
KFC guy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, you know what he was?
There's got to be some racism in there.
Plantation owner.
There's got to be some racism in there.
No,
I don't know why.
You're making it sound like that.
There's got to be some. There's got to be something
It's
racist.
like your boy from Django, man. He's
There's
plantation owner.
got to be some racism in
that white
there, bro.
suit. That
Gotta
white
be.
suit.
It's got to be. Sorry.
No, nothing racist. You're just making it out to think it is.
No.
I'm telling you, man.
Hey,
But listen, Colonel, bring back that old chicken. Like, bring back the old chicken that you used to make back in the day.
He's super dead.
Tell your people, send down the spirits
Super dead.
to have them
Jesse,
ascending and
He died
descending.
before I was born.
you got White Castle on the way back. So what do you need that chicken?
Damn.
We do got White Castle on the way back, baby. That right there. There's nothing
Don't
racist
nobody
about
want
that.
no nasty White Castle unless they're sponsored.
Well, two people here to your left. Dude.
Yes.
So,
mean-
in the super chat, Dan is in the super chat. Thanks to Dan. People keep looking for us to trade for a D end. Do you see anyone who we could target? Does that person even exist? Most teams aren't willing to part with uber talented edge rushers. Well, except us.
Trey Hendrickson.
I knew he was going to say that.
Trey Hendrickson.
But if you
trade
trade,
one of them number 1 picks or number 2 picks, go get Trey. Let's
then-
win now.
and then you're going to be in the Bengals spot because he's going to be like, all right, sweet. Thanks for trading for me. Where's my 4-year deal?
More money.
I'm trying
Older
to win
player?
now. He's under contract for this year.
You're going to trade a first-round pick to rent him?
I'm trying to second-round pick, third, trade something. You got some picks. Go
Isn't he
get
like-
Trey.
Isn't he
We
like
love
5
the
years
pass
older
rushers.
than Micah?
Huh?
Isn't he like 4 years older than Micah?
Yeah, he's
5 years?
30.
Yeah.
We're not looking for a long-term deal. I'm trying to win
least
now. I don't know
30.
what y'all. I'm like Jerry. I don't have time to have a bad time. Okay, we up in the age around here. We're trying to win now. I'm not trying to win in 4 years. Okay, trying to win now. See, there you go.
Well, they traded for Kenny Clark.
They got Kenny Clark,
And now
Now-
no team can run the ball.
and now you can't get to the quarterback. So I love Sam Williams. I love our pass rushers. Now you add something like Trey Henderson to that group. We cooking with grease.
I do think that is an other front offices kind of move. I don't think like the Cowboys. I don't think are going to. You're admitting a mistake if you trade for a pass rusher. And they're not going to admit that. Not right now. Honestly, if they want my advice, trade for another D tackle. Kenny Clark is off to a great start. Kenny Clark's a really good player. He might be, let me run through it in my head real quick, the best player on your defense. I would trade for another D tackle. And honestly, and I already got in a Twitter fight this morning, I'm going to do the same PSA right here on the air. We love and value everyone who watches this show. Unless you're a terrible human who says just disgusting things in the chat, then we don't appreciate or value you as a viewer. But for the most part, we'd love and value every one of you as a viewer. Sometimes we're going to talk about stuff that isn't perfect and be like, and it's not going to be, yay. If that is how you want your team covered, it exists, I promise, and you can find it, and you're welcome to it. We're going to do actual observation and thoughts and opinions. And if that's not for you, that's okay. That's okay. Like this morning, I just pointed out on Twitter, I wish the Cowboys had made the trade the Eagles made. The Eagles traded a 5th and a 6th round pick for Tank Bigsby from the Jaguars because Jacksonville also has ETN as a running back who they like for some reason, even though Bigsby's better than him. And then they drafted a guy that they like also. So they're not good. They got an extra back. Eagles had Shipley get hurt in the game against the Cowboys. And so they traded a 5 and a 6 for Tank Bigsby, who will now become their backup running back and kick returner. I think he would start here. And that's the kind of stuff that I want from a front office is always be thinking, is there anything I can do today to make us better? Because I think that would have made the Cowboys better. But I also think they value their picks more than a lot of other teams. They would be like, that 5 and 6 is really going to help us.
It would have. And I think that we're crossing a line with fans who some are mad at Jerry, some don't want you saying nothing bad about the Cowboys.
Right.
So anytime you go against what the Cowboys are doing, then you're the hater.
Right.
And you're not believing, and you're whatever, you're negative, and you're, whatever we're doing, you bring up, like I brought up, trading for Trey Henderson, and somebody just went off. You're just trying to start stuff. No, I'm not trying to. I'm trying to better the team. I just want to better the team, and all of our takes is our opinions on what we think will help them win. It's not just anti-Jerry, anti-Cowboys. Is what we think is going to help them win. We have opinions too.
And I am anti-Jerry. That's fair.
Okay, but you're also anti-Jerry in the sense that you have an opinion on how they should win.
Right.
The overall goal is for them to win.
Right.
Okay, and that's what it's really, that's the foundation of it all. And so you can't say anything like you're hyping up Howie. Somehow you're being negative on the Cowboys and hyping up Howie by saying the Cowboys should do that. No, I'm saying the Cowboys should do that because I think that would make the team better.
Right.
And nothing wrong with that either.
No, not at all. Now, and we did want to start the show talking about Kenny Clark, right? And you guys, I've missed you, fine gentlemen. I feel like I haven't seen you in weeks.
I know it's been a long time.
Jesse and I already had our Kenny Clark celebration. We already talked about how he's badass. But I feel like you got to get on record. You got to get on record on what a great start he's off to.
I want to get on record because if you heard me on this show and others, I've always said you cannot be a great defense. Even when Michael was here, and I've said that, without a horse in the middle. Okay, I've said that. You got to have a dude in the middle.
Can I stop you?
Huh?
For you, does Kenny qualify as what you've been looking for? Because even if not, it's still good, and we're still talking good about him. But I wonder, is he right there?
He's there to a certain extent. You got to be able to clog up the middle.
Yeah,
you got to have you got to have a horse in the middle, and we're not giving Jerry credit for trading Micah. But I'm on record saying I want Micah and Kenny Clark. Okay,
you don't have to give up a premier pass rusher to get a run stop.
Right.
You don't have to.
I want Micah and Kenny Clark.
Right.
Okay, but early dividends, early returns. Yes, he helps to run defense. Yes, and I've said that last week. This is the best run defense, rough pair of defense tackles the Cowboys have had since Jay Ratliff and Jason Hatcher. And they had a hole in the middle for so long.
Yeah.
And what Kenny Clark has done, just look at the numbers, he had 5 tackles after a week of practice. Less than a week of practice, really. 5 tackles against the Eagles. Only Osa in the last 5 years have had 5 tackles in a game. And he did twice in 2023. No other defensive tackles have had 5 tackles. And we all know defensive tackles don't really register a lot. because it's about clogging up and let linebacker run to the ball. But the fact that he can register 5 tackles in the game, in his first game out, with just less than a week of practice, and Osa did it twice in the last 5 years. Only 2 times this happened among all the defense. That's a pretty good start.
Yeah, and Schotty yesterday was raving about his strength, his play strength, the way he approaches everything as well too. And we talked to him in the locker room as well. I mean, you can see after one game the confidence building up in Kenny Clark. And think about it too, like you're just getting started with him. Like as he continues to get more comfortable in this system. But I agree with Currents as well, like having a horse in the middle to be able to stop the run. Like if you told me like we're holding Saquon at 3.3 yards a carry, like you're not doing that if Kenny Clark isn't on the field. So like right away, just that first impression was made, and really just can't wait to see as he progresses forward, you know, just how much better that run defense can get with him on the field and Osa as well.
And the thing that Kenny Clark, I think, will also pay dividends is, and it seems like the Cowboys at times, you know, it's like you got ham, no burger, peanut butter, no jelly. And you finally, since Clarence said, since Jay Ratliff and Hatch, I was a part of those teams when Hatch and Jay Ratliff was roaming around. It was about 15-something years ago. You finally gotten some sort of substantive.
Yes, you had it.
Sounded out.
Substantive. You had it right.
Piece in the middle, and you got no damn linebackers. Like now you got no damn linebackers to flow to make the tackle.
Can never have it all.
So it's just like, damn, it's like we got ham and no burger, peanut butter and no jelly. So having those tackles from guys like Osa and Kenny Clark, this is why it's going to pay dividends, because you're kind of lacking in that linebacker department with the guys that you have there being able to flow to the ball, being able to make the tackles, being able to understand their reads and their keys in it. So Kenny Clark is paying major dividends for you up front because of his activity, his strength, his knowledge, his ability to shed blocks, ability to two gap, his ability to work up and down that defensive line, you know, playing all those positions and still being able to go and make tackles, because you're probably going to miss some in the back end because of the guys that you have behind him.
And I would say this. They played better in the second half. The only guy that hurt them really in the second half, really on that final drive, was the quarterback. And it's hard to account for the quarterback. But against the run, those linebackers, that defense line, Kenny Clark got stronger. He was better second half than it was the first half. We're just talking about the Eagles game. Those linebackers did play better. Sanborn did show up, and you saw them making plays at the line of scrimmage in the second half of that game when they basically stoned the run. So that gives open, and you're right, they don't have great linebackers, but you know what makes linebackers better? Houses in the middle.
Yeah, for sure. Sure.
They will, you know, just think how bad they would look if they didn't have him up there, okay? So, you know, what makes linebackers play better is the horse in the middle.
Yeah, and I do think, like somebody in the chat earlier had asked, is it that Kenny Clark is that good, or did we get used to seeing really bad?
Yes.
And I will say, first of all, yeah, there is some obviously credence to the second part of that. But no, Kenny Clark is that good. And I think
it's against a good O-line too. Let's not forget that.
Yeah, and I do think now they also, when we say that the Cowboys defense played a lot better, coincided with a lightning storm and right when their starting guard got hurt, and they were down both starting guards. So there's something there. But no, I think Kenny Clark is that good. And because normally defensive tackles can age well in the NFL. There are positions that don't.
Right.
But that big boy strength tends to stick around. And Kenny Clark is what, 30 now, 29, 30? He can have good years left. And to people who thought he fell off last year, he played with a bum foot all year and he still played good football. So he absolutely could still be a Pro Bowl caliber player for the next 2-3 years.
And you guys haven't seen him. You know, I don't know if you've seen him up close. He's not a Jalen Carter human being. You know,
no, he's probably 305, 310.
You know, but he's not. I mean,
he's
but
Osa plus 10.
Yeah, he's just a good player, but he's not, you know, just overwhelming you with size. No. You know what I'm saying? Because I want, you know, you would think you want a big size guy in the middle. He's not an overly big guy, but the guy can play, and so that certainly made a difference. And people say, well, are we again? Have we seen it's been so bad? But yeah, it's been so bad, and so we're giving them credit because it's been so bad. But when it's been bad, the other team was just going down the field. Okay, they weren't doing that. Okay, they just weren't running big holes up the middle and running down the field either.
Except for the entire first half of the game. But don't worry about that. But don't worry about that.
That's why you can never call our show a hater because we have Clarence up here and he's going to talk. He's going to forget the whole first half of what happened. He's going to say,
I said he got
we're not a show of haters.
Shut him down.
Not how you start, how you finish.
Ball and win the game. And the defense shut the ball, set him down.
Or Jake.
Makes a point, though.
Or Jake.
Come on, he doesn't make a point, though. Like, CD does catch the ball.
Or Jake.
I mean, they do get a chance to get the ball back and try to score again, but maybe.
Yeah. I'm just saying, based on what we've seen, they shut the Eagles down the second half. After the lightning, whatever else, the run was stoned. They gave the ball back to the offense several times to win the game, and they fumbled it or dropped it.
Yep, I agree.
Jerks. Coming up next on the DLLS Cowboys podcast, welcome back to the Tote That Thang Tuesday. What's something you want to see them carry forward that they did last week into this game against the Giants is next on the DLLS Cowboys podcast.
Welcome, Cowboy fans. The Cowboys play at home this weekend, 12 noon against the New York Football Giants. Got tickets? I don't know if you do, but if you want to be in attendance, then you should download the Game Time app.
Oh,
that's not where we're at just yet. You're just a little early on that. Download the Game Time app and use the promo code DLLS to get $20 off your first purchase. If you want really good seats, because what they do is they eliminate all of the fluff stuff. When you select your seat, the price that you see is the price that you pay. And that's what we always want. We don't want to get to the checkout line and all of a sudden what we thought was $100 is now $300. That's not it either.
That's right.
We want to make sure that we're paying the price that we see. And that's what you get with the Game Time app. So don't play around with it. You click the seat. It's going to show you, hey, I'm sitting in row 16, seat Z. This is what it looks like from my seat. So head on to the Game Time app, download it, use the promo code DLS. It takes $1 per person. What time is it?
Game time. Also, shout out to our friends at Monarch Money. I know I am their biggest challenge.
Yes.
MonarchMoney.com. The promo code DLLS gets you half off the first year. What is Monarch Money? Well, I suppose it is a budgeting app / website, but it's not just another budgeting app. It's the best in the world. It's my financial command center. What it does is it helps you link all of your accounts in one place, right? And that helps you to get clear data visuals, smart categorization.
You got it.
Categorization.
There you go.
Of your spending.
Work it out.
And real control over your money, which means I got flashing lights that says Fireball, Miller Lite, chill out, bro. Amazon, stop it. Do you ever want to retire? Monarch Money is your financial command center. Also might help you keep a wife or girlfriend, because money trouble does lead to the end of relationships. So get it together with our friends at Monarch Money. MonarchMoney.com. Use the code DLLS for half off your first year. MonarchMoney.com, code DLLS. It's the deal. That's not in that ad read. It's the DLLS Cowboys podcast. This month, we are celebrating our friends at Big Brother, Big Sisters of America. And we want you to sign up to be a big. That's what we want you to do at bbbs.org/ALLCITY, and you can become a big, and you can help change somebody's life for the better. You know what I'm saying? So why don't you go ahead and do that? bbbs.org/ALLCITY. Who wants to tote first? You guys, because my tote is so boring. But Clarence likes to play the hits, and he likes the big names.
All right, well, Jeff Kavanaugh.
Tote that thing!
Don't steal my tote, ain't you?
I might steal your tote. Let me tell you this. You know what's good in life?
See?
Life's good when your quarterback's balling.
Yep.
Oh, my tote.
Kenny Clark was good. I like that. Secondary played well. Safeties played good football. I could go down the line and try to steal every tote from all of you. But, boy, when I tell you the best player on the field was number 4, if the two guys on the offense that you're supposed to be able to rely on all day and all night and every day and every night and every weekend didn't let you down massively, we would be talking about the FedEx Air Player of the Week, Dak Prescott. Completion percentage through the roof, threw for 350 and 3 tutties. Oh, my God, what a day for Dak. Yeah. But instead you had some stone hands from allegedly a couple of your best players. Allegedly's mean. CD's incredible and Jake's fine. Dak was awesome. You want all-pro form 2023 Dak Prescott. You want dissecting a defense. You want navigating the pocket great, even though the protection was just okay. You want dropping dimes left and right. You want command of the huddle. You want command of the field. You want whatever you want from your quarterback. 4 was a beast out there.
Yes, sir.
And it is unfair that 4 didn't have a 300-yard day with 3 touchdowns and that because of other people. But, boy, I will take my quarterback bowling. That's Jim Jones, if you didn't know. Not to be confused with Mike Jones. You have who, and you have bowling.
Capo.
Yeah.
Dipset.
So, anyway, Dak Prescott. Tote it, baby.
I'm glad you brought up Jim Jones.
Why?
Because I'm going to drink that same Kool-Aid.
No, that's a different Jim Jones. That's a different Jim Jones. Hey, yeah, I see what you did there.
Hey, Jim Jones.
Yeah, I know about that one. Yeah.
I'm going to drink that same Kool-Aid.
Hey, Clarence Hill. Tote that thing.
Listen. I'm going to drink that same Kool-Aid, baby. That's what I'm doing. Jim Jones. Listen, I was going to change it up. When he brought Jim Jones, I said, man, that's
Bowling.
synergy. I'm talking about the other one.
I don't know what you're saying.
Guy in the tragic.
All I know is that we fly high. No
No
lie.
lie.
You know this.
God didn't send you here. Jim Jones sent you here.
Okay.
Don't know about the guy in a tragedy. Anyway, drink that Kool-Aid. That's where it came from. And I'm drinking that Kool-Aid on Dak and how well he played. Certainly, Jerry talked about it today on the flagship station, how well Dak played. He was one of the highest graded players on the team. He and Kenny Clark. It's a shame. That's why I don't.
Oh, in that case, Pro Football Focus, you did a good job grading Dak if he was the highest graded because he did play great. They gave Tyler Guyton a 29 in pass protection, and they're off by about 30 points. So just know that those grades aren't the end-all, be-all.
But that's why stats always lie or can lie. You know, because you look at Dak's stats, and it's like middle of the pack, way low compared to other quarterbacks, like compared to Jalen Hurts and quarterback rating, completion percentage. Just watch how he played. Watch the game he played, and what frustrates me a lot of times is people talk about.
Better be frustrating.
Well,
no,
like the Texans quarterback, and everybody's like, C.J. Stroud's better than Dak. What does he do at the line? Okay, and if you look at the top quarterbacks, Aaron Rodgers, they always talked about what Dak does at the line. Dak is asked to do a lot more at the line than some of these young quarterbacks who have better stats or have had better stats. Well, he's better than Dak because he can do this. He ain't doing none of that. What Dak does as a quarterback, a complete quarterback, not just throwing the ball, the things he does at the line, calling plays and checking plays and doing things he's done, it's been high level. And that's why the Cowboys are playing him in addition to being a great leader. But he does so much at the line for the team and get him in the right place. He's great in pressure. Just blitz him. He wants you
to tackles.
Wants you to blitz him. Again, first game out, great throws. CD catch the damn ball.
Flea flicker. Thank you. Oh.
I hit you in both hands.
I'll make it work.
Okay,
I'll make it work.
Y'all
make it work.
Y'all gonna act like
I'll make it work.
So y'all both did. And that was a good pass.
2004 Abilene Christian University Blue Bell wide receiver. Yes, I can catch the football challenge
Best practice
champion.
player in program history.
Best Abilene Christian wide receiver.
And that's like a Tom Brady ball because it has low on air, so you're supposed to catch that.
Deflate gate
I'm
goes.
just-
That's a deflated ball.
You're the vet over here. You want to be targeted, or do you want Ali to get the rock?
He's a rookie.
Yeah, you want the
I'm
rock?
on to the vet.
You want the rock?
I'm on to the vet now.
Jesse Holly, tote that thing.
My tote that thing goes to you, Coach Schottenheimer.
Hey,
I'm going
Hey.
to you. I thought that you may have come into this game a little bit overwhelmed. First time being a head coach in this league for the Dallas Cowboys. All of the offseason stuff that you have went through, and I've challenged you in the offseason about making the things that you say and the things that I see, make them match. And you, sir, came out in this first game, at least in the first half. I will say in the first half, and you showed off. You showed your ability to stay calm, to stay poised, to get the team the right calls, and to move up and down that field. I remember last year, we watched this Cowboys team, and for them to have an opening drive touchdown was very few and far between.
Mm-hmm.
They came out and after possession, moved the ball down the football field, and that's because of you, Coach Schottenheimer. I like what you did your first 15 plays. You came out, you were decisive with it, you were correct with it, you used the motion. We said the stat yesterday that your motion that you used in that game, if we put that in last year's stats, that would have put you the 4th highest in all of the league in motion. I saw the plays that you got guys open. Now, there are things that we can still do. No.
Oh, compliment sandwich.
This is not a compliment sandwich,
he's going
man.
after him.
You knew it was
There are things that you can do more in your offense, but I was highly impressed by the way that you came out in this football game and showed yourself worthy of being the head coach and the offensive play caller for these Dallas Cowboys. Dak doesn't have the game that he has without you calling the plays that you called. So kudos to you, Brian Schottenheimer. Now, we got to be consistent. Okay, we got to be. No, this is about toting that thing. I want you to bring that bag with even more into this game against the Giants. You'll have the opportunity to. The same thing like you had against the Philadelphia Eagles, their secondary is not the greatest secondary in the world. You will have opportunities to go out there and make plays on their secondary. Continue to dial up. Do I think that CeeDee Lamb is going to have 4 or 5 drops in this? No, I'm not. I don't think that's going to happen. I don't think that's going to be something that CeeDee Lamb does. Do I think Jake Ferguson is not going to catch the seam ball? No, I don't think it's going to happen. So don't shy away from those plays. Don't shy away from calling those shots. This week in this football game, go out there, add on to your bag. That's what good coaches do. They take what they did the week before, they tote that thing, the positives, into the very next week. I think you can do that. Your team, your best team's defense is your team's offense. In order for you to win games this football season, you're going to have to score anywhere between 25 and 31 points a game. That's the wheelhouse that you're going to have to be in. You don't get there with field goals. You got to go score touchdowns. So go out there, continue to do what you've done. Job well done. Job well done first game out the gate. Got to go out there and prove yourself worthy of this week 2. Every week, the rent is due. You don't get to pay rent once a month for the next 6 months. You got to pay rent every single week. Rent's due for you next week, but good job so far.
Thank you, Jesse. That was a good job. That was well done by you.
Thank you.
Ali, by the way, I don't know if we told you this before the show. So tote that thing means something from the week before that you would like to see continue onward into the new week. And it's a big hands test. Because the longer the throw, the harder I like to throw.
He got little hands, too.
The harder I like to throw.
He does have little hands.
Little hands.
Baby hands.
No.
By the way,
my hands.
Baby hands.
what you're talking about, like the matchups in the secondary, as Voch Lombardi likes to call it, find the scrub.
Yeah.
That's the goal.
Pick
Against
one.
the Giants, I think there's 5 of them.
Pick one.
In the secondary.
Pick one.
Ali, tote that thing!
All right, so we got Dak, Brian Schottenheimer. Let's throw some love to the defense. Love the way they adjusted there in the second half. And let's talk about the pressure they generated. Cowboys 42.4% generated pressure. That's the second most from week 1.
You don't want me to do. You don't want me
Don't.
to count. You're right.
You're
Sir.
You're right.
Don't.
Sir.
You're right.
Let him cook.
Sir.
Let him cook. You stop too. Continue.
Look,
He's a rookie. He's a rookie. He's a rookie. Let him cook.
Go ahead,
We'll
cook.
correct him later.
Data requires context.
We'll correct him later. Cook, Ali.
Look, when you go into this week's matchup against the Giants offensive line, it's not great. Last time the Giants had a good O-line, Jesse Holley went 77 yards. Clarence had more hair on his head. But look,
Wait a second.
Hey.
Clarence T levels were normal
I
back
still
then.
got a TWA. I still got a Hey, LeBron came home.
He did.
LeBron came home.
You think about it?
Nope. I got more hair. I got TWA.
look, against Washington, the Giants allowed 10 hurries, 13 pressures. Russell Wilson was lucky to be sacked just 2 times in that game. So, for the Cowboys defense, I know they had just 1 sack last Thursday night, but Andrew Thomas could still be out. He's still recovering from the knee surgery, I believe, or foot surgery. This is the time for the Cowboys pass rush to cook in this game. This time to get after the quarterback. This time to get pressure. It's time to unleash those young guys. It's time to show everybody that, hey, now he's number 1, but number 11, we can do without him. We know him this week.
Didn't need him anyway.
No.
Can't
Boy,
play the run.
yes, you got
Fades
too
late in the
Look,
season.
listen.
Playoff choke artist.
Look,
Fake
look,
This
injury.
is the time to build that confidence
Oh.
up front on defense against the bad offensive line, against Russell Wilson, and by the way, this is the Schottenheimer versus Russell Wilson game.
Let's
Those 2
go.
played together in Seattle.
Little
Let's go.
hand. Little hand. Too much dip on your chip.
Hold on. We got to see. Can you guys go hand to hand? Do
Little
you have
hand.
tiny hands?
Yeah, little hand.
That's
You
a
got too much.
standard human hand.
Hey, man.
Them little hands, man. Them little hands.
That's
Hey,
a
man.
standard human
Little
hand.
hand. You got too much-
Freshman team tight end right
you
here,
got
right?
too-
Well,
freshman
get
team
your
tight end.
hand on the point at least.
Yes.
We're going to do that point
Yes,
to
tight
the
end.
I told
Yes.
you.
I'm 5'10". Hey, man.
5'10".
Hey, size don't matter. Deuce Vaughn made the team 2 years in a row.
Motion of the ocean.
Did he make the team?
He just made the
He
Broncos
made
practice
the team.
squad.
Okay.
Did he make the team with pressure?
But no, I
She
am
only
rolling
says that when she likes you a little
with
bit.
Dallas's defense for this week. They got to generate pressure. They did a good job of doing that, and they should do that. Carry that over against the Giants.
Okay, just don't say they fine without Micah. I'm just saying you go a little too.
Can I get the ball? Also, don't say they did a good job of getting pressure.
Don't do that.
Don't say
We
this in
correct
fine
him
up,
off
Micah.
the film.
I'm just saying, when
Off
your
air.
average time to pressure is 3.6 seconds, yes, eventually
bad
you
teammates.
pressured the guy.
You guys are bad
You
teammates.
did not.
You guys
rush-
are bad teammates.
I'm just
I know,
saying.
You guys are bad teammates.
42.4%
Data
pressure.
requires context.
They had the second most
Their
generated
average
pressure
time-
percentage.
Listen.
Their average time to
Listen.
pressure was the worst in the league.
It
So
was when he was running to the
Jalen Hurts
sideline.
stood like this all day and waited till you got close.
And then
Hey,
ran
man.
to the sideline.
Going
You
with
got
the numbers.
close. Oh, that's
I'm
the
going
pressure.
with the numbers.
Okay.
Numbers
Data
speak.
requires context.
And I would say this on Shotty being aggressive and taking shots.
Oh, you want to tear him down too?
No,
Damn.
no. I
Anybody
think
want to tear mine down?
I
You
think
can't
that goes
tear
mine down.
No,
You can't
I
tear
think
mine
that
down.
goes hand in hand with Dak because Dak's aggressive. Dak was very aggressive throwing the ball down
over
the field.
10 yards.
He was very aggressive throwing the ball down the field, and that's all Dak.
That's play design.
No. Dak likes the seam ball. I mean, them seam balls are tight end. That's what Dak does.
Who called it? That's great synergy. That's me knowing what my quarterback likes. I called those plays.
I said it goes hand in hand with Dak. The first thing I said was
But don't say that. Don't come in and critique mine and go, that's all Dak.
Watch him fight. It's
That, you don't do that.
I said it goes hand in hand with Dak first.
They call that black on black crime.
No.
Yeah.
Coming up next on the DLLS Cowboys podcast. Are we getting a little too high after a loss because of our expectations coming in? Let's talk about that next on the DLLS Cowboys podcast.
If you're looking for a brand new pair of shades, look no further. Head on over to Shady Rays. Give us the four shot right there, quick, John.
All four.
Put them on, old man. Put Shady Rays on. If you want to look cool as the old man right here,
He did what he was told.
yeah, there you go.
He did it.
He's supposed to.
I
If
brought it for this
you
reason.
want to look cool like the old man right here, get you a pair of Shady Rays. And right now, I can get you 35% off a pair of polarized glasses, just like the ones Pop got on. All you got to do is go to shadyrays.com, use the promo code DLLS35 to get 35% off a pair of polarized glasses. They have all the styles, all the colors, and they have a no-worry guarantee. You worried about losing your glasses? Not with Shady Rays. You worried about breaking your glasses? Not with Shady Rays. If you're worried about not liking them after a little while, not with Shady Rays. Because if you do, Shady Rays says just send them back. Or if you lost them, just let us know and we'll send you a brand new pair for free. Head over to shadyrays.com today. Use the promo code DLLS35 to get 35% off a pair of polarized glasses.
Are you by chance looking for an afternoon of great conversation, good company, and a chance to make a difference? Three nice things in it? Join us for Big Brothers Big Sisters 4th Annual Cigars and Conversations. Happens Saturday, September 13th. That's this Saturday, 2 to 6 at Casa de Monte Cristo in Dallas.
That sounds fancy.
Enjoy your premium cigar, complimentary drink, connect with some people who care. Big Brothers Big Sisters board members, staff, community leaders, all coming together to inspire change. Learn how you can become a mentor and positively impact a young person's life. Ask questions, share stories, discover how you can get involved. Whether you're a seasoned supporter or just curious, it's your chance to network, engage, and be the change. Cigars and Conversations, Saturday, September 13th, 2 to 6 p.m. at Casa de Monte Cristo. Be the change, be a mentor. Visit the link in our description for more on the event and Big Brothers Big Sisters.
Hey, is the company buying me a cigar?
It's the DLLS Cowboys podcast.
That's a no.
What's your question, Clarence?
Can I get a cigar? Is the company buying me a cigar? I go to Monte Cristo.
Yeah, it says if you're looking for you get a premium cigar, complimentary drink.
Okay. I'm going to have all my frat brothers come. We got a little cigar group. We're going to come and show up. Bring our mentor program, my guys. We're going to come and show up.
Casa de Monte Cristo,
Right
2 to 6 p.m. on Saturday.
Right off Oaklawn. I know where it is.
I'll roll up in there with a cigarette. I went to a place in Dallas. I don't do free advertising for people. You can call us if you want to be advertised for. But it's a place that's like a restaurant, and it's kind of loungy in one of the rooms. And their Happy Meal on their menu is 2 tendies, fries, and a cigarette. So it's the adult Happy Meal. It comes with a Parliament Light. I had that last week. It comes with a Parliament Light wrapped in a plastic bag. It's so good.
You smoked a cigarette too?
Did you smoke the cigarette, Tim Cato? Oh,
All
see, I
right,
carried it around behind my ear and in my mouth for the next 5 hours all night. And I put it on my counter at the house, and I was half drunk. And I was just sitting there thinking, I'm going to smoke a heater. I never got around to it.
Puff, puff, pass.
Anyway,
Puff, puff, pass.
it is the DLLS Cowboys podcast. And now this is something that I believe, Clarence, it was you that brought this up when we came in because you're a hater.
The biggest of the all. Of them
I
all.
know you two, Captain Thunder and Captain Thunder Jr. ain't calling you a hater. You ain't
Go
calling-
ahead, Clarence. Pose the question that you asked.
You know, as I was laying in bed at night, most nights thinking about thoughts
Men?
for the show.
Thinking about men. Thinking about
There
men.
you go.
There's
Thinking
nothing
about
wrong with
men.
that if you do.
Thinking
Yes.
about thoughts for the show. I
And
mean,
definitely,
when you can't sleep at
definitely
night,
cut
you
that,
know,
John.
when you can't,
I'm usually thinking about the Lord myself.
when you can't think at night, you're thinking
Nah,
about
I
the
was-
show.
man.
You know, you're thinking about what happened in the game, and I want to be positive. And I think we've been very positive about the Cowboys being 0-1 and how close they played against the Eagles, how well they played. And we're talking about the defense in the second half, and Dak and the running game were hyping up Javonte Williams and Tyler Guyton and Trevon Diggs been on the field, and they've gotten I don't know when last time coming off a loss, people felt good about the team. You know, there's a lot of, because the expectation was so low coming into the season, and there are a lot of, I mean, they had 8.5 point spread. Nobody expected them to be close with the Eagles, the defending Super Bowl champs, on a night when they were going to be celebrating their banner raising. It was just like feeding the Romans to the Lions, but the Cowboys line was in Green Bay. You know, week before this, nothing was set up for the Cowboys to play well. The environment was not set up for them to play well. And they played better than expected. I'm asking you guys, are we grading them on the curve? We've seen and what we saw from that game and all the good feelings about what we've seen from the team, from the play calling to Dak to the running game. Are we overhyping that? Are we feeling too good about them coming off a loss?
Probably. I think there's at least some truth in that. And I also think it's important to realize that it's week 1 of the NFL. And so we're all basically just drunk chickens fighting squirrels with our opinions. I just went with something.
I don't know.
I just picked words.
Look, you're circumcising a mosquito.
Yeah.
You sound like a Jerry. That's a Jerry.
We're
Jerry's rubbing off on you.
Yeah.
I like it. Drunk chickens fighting squirrels.
We just drunk.
Definitely using that.
We just drunk roosters looking for an egg.
What?
Like, we don't know what the season's going to look like. Dak's genius psychology degree, stay in school, got him to get their best player thrown out before the game started. I think that helps. I think that there's a chance that the Eagles lost more than people are giving them credit for, and they may not be a 12, 13-win team. But, I mean, as somebody who picked the Cowboys to win, what did I pick, 8 games, 9? 8 or 9? Yeah, I do. I think that performance is probably by a few of the guys on the team better than I expected. And so you end up more positive despite the fact that you lost. Yeah, I think I probably graded them on a curve a little bit. I saw some new numbers this morning. The Cowboys had the most rushing yards before contact per attempt in the league.
Wow.
This week. And the starting running back still got 3.6 a carry. And I praised him because I thought, and I'm praising him for the thing that we knew he did well, which is run hard. And like when we do NFL draft stuff, I always say don't count it twice. Like you'll talk about how this guy's a speed guy, he's incredible, and then he runs a 4.2 at the combine, and people are like, he's moving up boards. And I'm like, no, you already knew he was fast.
Right.
You already knew that. And I might have done that with Javonte, where I'm giving him a bunch of credit for the one thing that we knew he could do, which is run hard and run tough. So yeah, Jesse, what do you think? I think, yeah, probably a little bit.
The reason why I've been, and I said this in the post-game show Thursday night, I said it on Friday, I said it on Monday, why I've been in such a up in the air
But Jesse he's been fighting himself
about what this team is. Because I think part of it was a lot of us suspected that the Cowboys would get blown out.
Right.
And because that didn't happen, there may be a false sense of reality of what they really are. And here's where I get called a hater, because I trust what I see on film.
Well, it's mostly because when you super chat in under your username Captain Thunder.
Yeah.
That's not
You're a
me.
hater.
That's not me. But when I go and I watch, things on film, I think we're doing that across the board. Right? We look at, and you and I talked about this yesterday, Jeff, we look at and go and you watch Tyler Guyton and you go, man, he wasn't trash. And because he wasn't trash,
that's encouraging. It's
encouraging. And you're like, whoa, this can be. And I'm just like, well, actually, he's still kind of bad at football. Right? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, he wasn't trash, but because he wasn't trash, the leap seems like a huge thing.
Didn't look lost or weak.
We don't
built up to be something really good.
We don't talk much about how, Terrence Steele didn't look as good on the opposite side, right? We don't talk, like you said earlier, talking about Kenny Clark in the middle played really well, but the linebackers sucked across the board. And so these are things that I look at and I'm just like, this is kind of going to be who they are for the most of the season. And the more film gets out there, because the Giants are going to watch and they're going to say, okay, cool. Kenny Clark is a guy who's creating a lot of, all right, we're going to do what teams do to Dexter Lawrence. We're going to double and triple team him and make sure that he can't. And now some other guy who's not normally used to making the plays have to make plays. And so I think because we thought week 1, and I'm circling back, that was going to be such a dominating blowout. And I don't know, and maybe it does, maybe it doesn't, not having Jalen Carter, just how significant that was. And I do believe that Jalen Carter is that big of a player and could create that much of an impact negatively for your offense not being out there.
Especially considering they lost 3 of their top 5 pass rushers in the offseason, and now you take away Jalen Carter.
Right.
And then they go sign one.
Now, so they have that for
The
next
Eagles went
week.
and signed one after the game.
Yes. Yeah,
Oh,
they
did
went.
they?
Yeah, they
They'll
went
do that.
Yeah, that's what they did. They went and signed the old Green Bay.
Yeah.
Green Bay, and he was with the Bears, stuff like that. I forget his name. Zadarius Smith.
Oh, yeah.
They went and signed Zadarius Smith.
Yep.
So I'm still in an influx, and I'm waiting for the consistency to show up one way or another. Because as this thing boils down, the cream will rise to the top. All boats float, and we're gonna see. We're gonna see who is what in reality. And this week is another test for these guys to show up and to make a significant difference one way or another.
Yeah, I wouldn't say I'm too high as well. Like, first of all, it's week 1, and so I wouldn't be high at any team at all. Like, anything can happen. It's only week 1. Now, there were
We're
some
all
teams,
basically goats on PCP looking for a donkey,
like,
right?
there were some teams that obviously looked great.
Goats on
Hey.
PCP.
Sorry, go ahead, Ollie.
If the donkey
But-
rope the right way, that thing thick enough, you know what I'm saying? That might not be a bad thing to be at.
I
You know what I'm
think.
saying? If
You
you're
like
a goat.
donkeys? You like donkeys?
You don't like a nice rump?
No, I don't want no donkey.
You don't want a nice rump?
I don't want no donkey.
I think our response would be a little different if CD didn't drop those passes, Ferguson hang on to the ball, because they win the game. They don't make
For
those
sure.
mistakes. So maybe our response is a little different because they get
Miles
the win.
Sanders fumble.
Miles Sanders fumble too, another big one right there. But I would say they showed things that want to point you in that direction. Like, yes, but at the same time, they made mistakes that, now, hold on, let's see more of this. But I would say walking out of week 1, I know the loss sucks, but you still walk out feeling like, hey, this was better than it went. Like, we didn't get beat 48-10.
Now, if they go and beat the Giants,
I would rather they played like crap and won 3-0. But
if they go and beat the Giants,
Win's
is
a
that
win.
like because most of us up here had them winning against the Giants,
Right,
So like if they go and beat the Giants in any way, shape, or form, does that change the way that you think?
Well, that's what I was thinking. To me, the Giants bears a litmus test. If the positivity we want to feel about this team and CD and Dak.
a good team beats both of those.
Yes,
teams.
they got the Giants. They got
Chicago.
They got
Green Bay after
Carolina.
that, Carolina.
They need to win those games.
They do.
Okay, you lose to Green Bay, but you need if you are who you purported to be. Now that we have this positivity about you, you need to win those games. And to me, you can't go 0-2.
Now, how do you have to win those games? Do you have to just win them 1 point
Just win them.
wins,
Just
or
win them.
do you have to have a dominating faction?
no,
Like,
I think you just need to win.
I need
just dubs.
I need
right?
dubs.
But
Yeah,
if
just
so,
the
like
way,
if you go out this week at home and you struggle against the Giants, and it comes down to it's a 16-13 game, and Brandon Aubrey had to kick a 62-yard field goal to win the game. Do you leave that game feeling as positive?
No, like we will talk about where they struggle and what we think it means they are ultimately. But I mean, what they need to be is 15 weeks away, and what I need is dubs on the way.
Right. It's the numbers
Okay.
game. Just get the 9. Get the 9, get the 10. Because I would say I did a game by game. I redid my game by game before last week after the Michael Parsons trade. I had them winning 7 games. I had them winning 7. I know
I think I had 8.
Vegas had them even
7.5.
before Michael had they had them 7.5. But when they did the game by game, they only had them favored in 6.
Yeah.
But they had them 7.5.
Yeah.
They only had them favored in 6. I had them winning 7 games. I went game by game, had them winning 7 games. So and that was after the Michael Parsons trade. But yeah, it's a numbers game, and to me, beating the Giants is important. If you are going to be something, you can't go down 0-2 because we know about that stretch in December. I think they will get better.
And you go down 0-2
And
in the
the
division.
division.
Right,
Yep.
in the division, you can't go down 0-2
That's a
in the
double
division.
whammy.
And I would say that Javonte Williams is a prime example of us overrating the performance.
I'm sorry. I did that.
For a running back, that's
For
I
a
mean,
that's
if you're
But
talking
then I
about
corrected
if
it
you're
this
talking
morning by
about
saying we
they-
should have traded for Tank
if,
Bigsby.
yeah, and that's why you should have, because to sit up here and say that the most yards in the league before contact, and you still average 3.6,
Right.
and the only thing we were impressed by was that he ran hard and broke tackles. Not because I said from the beginning that these running backs are okay, but they're not special. They're gonna get what's there. They ain't gonna get nothing extra. And that's a perfect example of getting what's there,
Yeah.
but not getting nothing extra. They not special. If you have the most yards in the league before contact
And that's probably skewed
all
because
you
it's week
get.
1 and Miles Sanders probably wasn't touched for 45 yards, if I had to guess.
Yeah, probably.
But still.
Yeah, but that's all, and he should have scored.
Yeah.
He got run down by a linebacker. Jesse got run down by somebody running 4.3. He got run down by a linebacker who ran a 4.6
Why
at the
you bring
combine.
it up, though?
Because I'm just trying to compare. All rundowns are the same.
I phrased
All
it as
rundowns are the same.
Jesse
This is
won
true.
a game against the Niners.
And he won the
I wanna
game.
Point out that
That's all we remember.
That's all it should be remembered.
But again, all rundowns are the same. We mess with him, but all rundowns are the same.
Me and Alvin Harper.
This is a damn linebacker who ran you down. And first of all, after he tried to knock the ball out, first of all, when he on this side trying to knock the ball out, cut this way. Wasn't nobody in front of you. If you cut this way, he don't tackle you.
yeah, when you watch good running backs, it's like, man, they're out there. Other teams' depth charts have guys that
Yeah.
are second and third that would lead your backfield. And I do think, like, if you're actually meaning it when you say win now, which I don't think the Cowboys were. Like, you can't actually honestly believe when you trade away maybe your best player that, like, yeah, that was a win now move. But if you want to spin it that way, cool. Show me some win now stuff.
Yeah.
Go upgrade at running back, give me a third defensive tackle, find me a linebacker, and let's go win this thing.
And what scares me in the last 3 years, they 12-5. Doesn't matter if they lose in the playoffs. The problem here is if they somehow win 10 games, make the playoffs, see, we won now. That's Jerry's gonna be responsible.
Yeah.
And they
And
lose the
that's
playoffs. People gonna be, oh look, we were 7-10 or 10-7.
Oh,
See,
we don't worry about Jerry words.
I know.
I do want to add too, like, and this has been their issue over the years too. Like, yeah, they know how to beat the bad teams, and we can sit and talk about they should beat the Panthers, they should beat the Bears, they got the Jets, but before that daunting stretch comes up, like you do have Washington, you do have Green Bay, like you want to see them beat one of those teams as well to build that confidence. Say like, hey, we can't compete with the best as well.
Yeah,
that's been their issue over the last couple of
I
years.
think they showed they can compete with the Eagles.
And they did absolutely, but I think
and you got to stack dubs on
You
your
do.
way to the gauntlet.
Yeah.
Where if you can pull off winning 30 or 40% of your hard games, you can find your way to 10 to 12 wins. Coming up next on the DLLS Cowboys podcast, that's what he said. 3 of the top guys in the Cowboys organization have had things to say about different players this week. Let's hop to it next in the DLLS Cowboys podcast. Get up in, join the YouTube supporters club for DLLS, established 2025. We have modest goals. There's 5 cities in the All-City company. We in DLLS, we are the 5th one. We're the newest, right? So we're supposed to finish last and everything. Usually don't. We're in last at this, though, right now. So we need your help. We need you to join the supporters club on YouTube. And when you do that, you do get the official Supporters Club badge that you can see on YouTube as you're watching, as you're interacting in the chat. You get access to exclusive emojis, including the pop-pop. Who doesn't want to fire off a pop-pop emoji?
We got an emoji. We got a pop-up emoji.
We have a pop-pop emoji.
Purple and gold.
Now, Clarence, you had to walk way over the screen to see it. I know.
I mean,
Yeah,
goodness
use
gracious,
it's
way
the
down
bottom
there.
one.
Use your Wonka.
It's the bottom one, second from the left. Put a wonk eye on it.
in between the Dirk and the star.
Yeah, and there's a bing bong there.
Okay.
Got a
Good.
bing
Let
bong
me-
for the start. Yeah,
88.
get over there, Clarence. Yeah, walk over there. Walk over there. John, can you change the screen so we can see what Clarence is doing? Yeah, you walk over there. Get the. Yeah, there you go. There you go.
White people can't talk about people with ass.
dude, don't
okay?
scare our viewers.
Look at there. Look at that. I think that Jeremy there, that means that Jeremy is in the supporters club. 'cause
supporter club.
The way it displays to us is : _ and like the words that make the emoji, but I'd imagine that's showing up for y'all as the pop-pop emoji.
Yeah.
Don't you want some of that action? Need that 88? Well, I need that 88 to catch the dang football.
He will.
That's
He
what I
will.
He better catch the damn
Bum
he
CD.
will.
We should probably
He's on
trade
my
him.
fantasy team. He needs to catch.
How many first? We get a couple more first-round picks.
Yeah,
we
we
can
can
turn
do
that into 7 Pro Bowlers.
We can get 2.
You know you can't trust receivers.
Between
right?
CD and Micah, if we trade them both, 4
Can't trust
first-round
the
picks, you
receiver.
turn that into 11 players. They all go to Pro Bowls. So
You
Jerry
can
told
trade
you.
that for Justin Herbert.
And then you could trade Tyler Smith. That's 5 more Pro Bowlers. Now we got 16 Pro Bowlers.
Just dismantling our Dallas teams.
The DLLS
Should we trade Paige
Cowboys,
Beckers next?
baby. Let's get it.
Get Paige out of here.
It is the DLLS Cowboys podcast. Let's knock out the couple of super chats. If you're here, please hit the like button because it's good for the algorithm. We sure would appreciate it. Knight is in the super chat. He said, if you burned a first, what would you upgrade? TE/LB?
Neither.
DE.
But if it's
Pass rusher.
I don't want to burn a
two,
first.
at least you pick LB. If you're talking just between the 2,
I don't want to burn a first of all. I think the fact that you have multiple firsts means you can get more reckless with your other picks.
Green Bay first is going to be 32.
The Green Bay first is going to be probably somewhere 26 to 32.
If
Probably.
that LB for a first isn't Fred Warner, I'm out.
Right. I don't want to throw away first round picks. You don't have to do all that. Like
you could get because you could get Mazi Smith. You don't want to give up a chance to get another Mazi Smith, Taco Charlton. You don't want to do that.
See, that's a hater. That's a hater. If I were going to trade for someone on this team, it probably honestly would be a pass rusher.
I need a pass rusher.
Linebacker, they could definitely use help, but I also think you have the opportunity to try a couple of things, and you got one on the way. Whenever Overshown is ready, if he can be the player he was and on the way to the player that he was on his way to becoming, that's awesome. But I also think you can try Leofau playing more snaps for one of these guys.
Yeah.
Leofau, Sanborn, or Overshown.
What do you mean?
That's going to be the future. Sign me up.
Leofau, Sanborn, Overshown. And I like Shamar James, because if he's going to play linebacker snaps, you can't say, well, he's not active because he's not going to play special teams. No, he's going to play football. You have guys you can look at first there at least.
How about trading the first with Bijan Robinson?
Bijan, first of all. Bijan. I do that in a heartbeat. I think that's the best running back in football. I love Bijan Robinson. If the Falcons are, but the Falcons, why would the Falcons? They're not ready to quit. They're not quitting.
Are they not?
No, they're not quitting. They're not quitting. Penix looked pretty good.
Compliments their young QB.
They're not quitting. I love.
They're not winning.
I love Bijan Robinson. All the great running backs who averaged 2 yards a carry this week was hilarious, though. Like, I think Bijan had 9 carries for 18.
It makes no sense.
But he had 100 yards receiving. If you can't block, you can't run. It's like, that's it.
That's what frustrates because, you watching the game, Bijan Robinson goes 71 yards on the screen, and okay, they're winning, and then all of a sudden, at the end of the game, 2 yards to carry?
Yeah.
I mean, do they not know how to get in? I mean, what are we doing here?
Jameer Gibbs got 2 yards a carry this week. Can't block, can't run. And that's why the running back conversation is so hard. I want a good one. I don't want to not try at all to have a running back, but I don't want to put too much in it. Although we might have reached the point.
I need more than 9 carries. I need more than 9 for Bijan.
Jesse, you ready for something you're not ready for?
What's that?
We might have reached the point where running backs are so undervalued. Go ahead and sign the most expensive one. Sign the best one. When the salary cap is $260 million or whatever, and the best backs get 12? I mean, the math on that is what, 4% of the cap? I may not think the position's that valuable and I could get the job done for cheaper, but if we have reached the point where a receiver is worth 4 times as much, go ahead and sign the best one.
Oh, they had that chance last year.
Go ahead and sign the best one. They've had that chance. They had that chance a couple of times in a row. Derrick Henry was on the market. Saquon Barkley was on the market. I might be converting just because of how far the value has fallen and how far, Mike is 47. The best running back in the world gets a little over a quarter of that.
Right.
We might have reached to go ahead and pay him.
Listen, I love Mike. He's not that much better than Derrick Henry.
I agree. Yeah, not 4 times.
No.
Not 4 times.
Derrick Henry is still the next Hall of Fame.
Well, Derrick Henry's a choke artist. If he played here, he would be a choke artist who can't perform in big games, who wasn't ready to start the season because he fumbled and lost the game for him.
Hey, that fumble won me my fantasy game week 1.
That's important, Ali.
Yeah,
and the people care. Send in the chat, do you care about Ali's fantasy team? Because the answer is yes. You watch what happened.
They had 180 yards rushing.
Before he lost the game. I don't know how many yards he had. All I know is he lost the game.
They had a better defense.
Didn't Miles
Sanders
have a 49-yard carry?
We don't got to go down that road. We don't got to go down that road. I don't remember that.
Ike's in the super chat. Welcome to the DLLS TCU Horned Frog BTA podcast featuring UNC, this week's victim, ACU, former BTA victim, UT, and Ali, your college could get it too. Go Frogs.
Ike.
What is your school?
U of H. I'll see y'all basketball
Cougar
season.
High.
U of H?
Yeah.
Oh, that's fun.
Cougar High.
That's fun. We like Houston around these parts.
They beat my Rice team last week. I watched them play.
That's tough.
I see my daughter cheer.
We beat Rice all the time.
No, not all the time. A couple of years ago, you lost triple overtime. You lost to Rice. Don't.
All right, what did they say?
Lose. Things that they said. Scroll up.
Don't care about Rice and Houston football. Don't care.
Man, USC,
Don't care.
North Carolina is on the same level as Rice and Houston football
Not
right
even
now.
close.
Both Jerry Jones and Sade. I think Sade would have been technically yesterday, and Jerry Jones today. Both talked about Jaydon Blue, who was not active for this game. Cowboys 5th-round pick, running back, University of Texas, runs real fast. And with what the Cowboys don't have at running back right now, would sure like to see him active and having a chance to make gigantic plays for you, because it would be sure nice to have that at the running back position. But both of them talked about Jaydon Blue, and the messaging was about the same, where it's things we heard about in training camp continue to be the things. Like, why is Jaydon Blue not active? Nobody said because he's not better than anything that we have. The words were consistency, putting days together, earning the jersey. So what do we know about that, Mr. Hookham, Mr. Beat Writer?
I mean, I think part of it
carry the water. Don't carry the water. Be honest. Go
Carry
ahead.
the water.
Part of it, and I said this last week, and I said this several times to several people. What has Blue done to demand to be on the field since we've seen him in training camp?
I think the only
Other
answer
than he was a
I
draft
have to
pick.
that is the depth chart.
Yeah,
Like,
but other than he's a draft pick, what is he? Has he wowed us at all?
No, but I think without wowing us, he's better than who's backing up Javonte.
Based on our draft expectations, based on what we
Sure.
saw in college, not anything we've seen. And then he was injured, and he missed a lot of time in camp, a lot of time in preseason. Obviously, we talked about maturity going back to the spring and doing things the right thing. He got better in camp, but he's behind. And Jerry said today he got a little catch up to do to earn. What are you laughing about?
Chat. Austin said, Jesse, did Belichick's old lady grant you sideline privileges this season?
Damn.
No.
Damn.
To answer your
Jordan.
question.
Hair
Still got
Jordan.
basketball.
Hair Jordan
Still got
hook you up.
No.
The Hair Jordan hook you up. Anyway, so yeah, so he got away. You would like him on the field in front of a Miles Sanders, but you add in he's limited on special teams, even though Miles ain't doing nothing on special teams, but he's limited on special teams. And then can he pass protect? Does he know the offense? Does he know all those things? And then he's behind for sure.
Your boy just ain't got it up top right now.
Right now, that's all of that. But all that's part of it,
That's what it sounds like.
Yeah,
and all of it's part of it. He's young. He's a rookie.
It's a nice way of Brian Schottenheimer say, old Blue he can't get right.
Either he ain't picking it up, or he doesn't know how to be a professional yet, or both.
Yeah. And that's important. Like, to put a guy out there for significant snaps.
You didn't have to say can't get right, though.
You have to do
That
that.
was a little too much.
That was too much. It's too much. And
you had to
again,
radio it.
and the frustration though, and I hear all that. We're talking about Miles Sanders.
No, we're talking
about Miles Sanders.
I'm talking about
the Dallas Cowboys offense.
I'm talking about
Yeah,
getting
but
better.
we're talking about replacing Miles Sanders.
We're not talking about replacing Miles Sanders. We're talking about the Dallas Cowboys offense. And
We
if you don't know what you're doing, then it ain't Miles Austin. It's Miles Sanders. Excuse me. It's Dak Prescott. It's the offensive line. It's the receiver. Like, if you can't do what we asked you to do, it's not you replacing Miles Sanders. It's you messing up what we're trying to do as a totality in the offensive play calling realm.
I agree, and we're still talking about Miles Sanders. Miles
talking
Sanders
about-
bring nothing to the table.
We're talking about how right.
Because no one is half the battle.
Because I think we're
you're right.
Joe. Yeah, I mean, I'm talking about trying to get plus play at running
Yeah.
back if possible, when we are getting probably minus play is what I'm looking for. And I need to tell Taco a beast in the chat. I just need to tell him. Just the chats throughout the show. Get your football knowledge up, one. And two, it's rare you see somebody who you need some melatonin during the day. Just need to bring it down a little bit.
Yeah, Taco has been killing us. Sir. He said some stuff earlier about
Right, he
that.
said CD is not a top 10 receiver. The Eagles have two better than him. The Cowboys have a better player on the roster. He's bad after the catch. He was number 2 in the entire NFL after the catch last year. CD Lamb's a beast, bro.
This is why we shouldn't even.
I shouldn't have brought it up.
Sometimes
I just want to encourage you, like, melatonin during the day could help.
Sometimes you can't legitimize crazy. It's like on Twitter,
Clonopin? Calm down a
Sometimes
little
you can't argue with everybody on Twitter.
You're right.
Can you? I don't argue with everybody.
Cannot.
Jerry Jones talking about the defensive tackles when they face the New York Giants made it sound like it'll be the same as it was this week, which means Mazi Smith will probably be inactive again. Is that surprising at all? Is this the end of Mazi's career, et cetera, et
Is
cetera?
there another way of telling a guy you've been cut without actually saying the words cut?
I think the only reason he hadn't been cut is, one, you don't have other guys in the roster, so if somebody got hurt, he might have to play, and two, and this may be more important, one thing I know about Jerry Jones, the reason he'll never fire a head coach is because he doesn't want to pay two of them. The reason that Mazi Smith hasn't been released is probably because first-round picks are fully guaranteed, and you would have to pay him all the way out anyway. So why not make him come to work? That's how Jerry's mind works.
You're right there. I would point. He's money guaranteed unless you trade him to somebody and somebody picks him up and they pick up that contract. But yeah, money guaranteed.
Yeah, and that's
Not if you cut him.
Yeah, not if you cut. You get offset.
He double dipping.
Yeah, you offset.
You get the double dip.
Yeah. So he's just like Jerry has to write checks. He's gonna make that dude come to work.
You're gonna come to practice. You're gonna be on the practice squad practicing.
You're gonna be watching.
And then watch the game on
picked
Sunday.
the minus guy in the first round. I'm sorry.
Well, he was on Bruce Feldman's freak list
You
because
were
of how much weight he could do this way.
desperate for running to stop the run, defensive tackle help.
That draft class in general.
Thanks for stopping by, everybody. What's today? Tuesday?
Tuesday.
We'll see you on Thursday, and we love you. And remember,
No, we'll see him tomorrow.
we'll see you tomorrow because they play on Sunday. We work tomorrow?
We do work tomorrow.
We
What's
do work
today?
tomorrow, Jeff.
Today's Tuesday.
And we working
You
tomorrow?
got to come in
We are
tomorrow.
working
Don't be
tomorrow.
late.
We are
All
working
right.
Friday.
I will see y'all tomorrow. Remember, no idea what anybody's going through. Be cool to everybody. We love you. Be easy.
Eliminate the contingencies.
I thought we were off on Wednesdays.
We are normal.
We all silly like the mayor.